let me ask you, Mr. Doyin Kasunmu, when our friend here just mentioned the fact that yes, education has got a lot, but when you look at it, if you break it down, you will find that almost 60, more than 60% of the money that is budgeted for education is going to go on salaries.
Yeah.
And then you look at what infrastructural development would we be looking at within education? What changes to our curriculum would we expect to be activated over the next 1 year through 2013? What kind of changes or training will be giving to teachers? There's no indication of that. What's your thought?
Yeah, thank you. You really hit the nail on the head by trying to compare the composition current against capital. When you spend about 70% of a budget on recurrent and about 80% of that on salaries, that's consumption. As against investment. We need to invest in education. How do we invest in education? We have various deficiencies in our universities, in our schools. So many schools need capital development. So, in essence, the budget of consolidation, to me, I hope is not consolidation of corruption.
Oh dear.
Because,
Oh dear.
why do I say this? The budget over the years, to me, has been based on a very shaky and corrupt foundation. Nigerian budget has been over the years on incremental basis. Maybe every year they just put 5%. Okay, last year we spent 410 billion on education. Let's add 5%. We have 422 billion. But you need that's why I don't really buy the idea of this incremental budgeting. For Nigeria, looking at the level of corruption in Nigeria, I would prefer a zero-based budgeting.
Yeah, Mr. Kasunmu, just before you explain that, you're talking specifically about education now. Can we just look at the 2012 budget and see how much was given to education and what are the results that we have seen? Has there been any improvement in our educational system?
Because about 80% of the budget on education was based on the current expenditure. And apart from that, there is a corruption element. To me, out of that over 400 billion that was allocated in 2012, I can say with confidence that up to 40% or if not more
has gone to leakages.
Exactly. So in developing our budgeting, we need to do a self-appraisal first. There is what you call value for money auditing.
Okay.